red, white, and blue patriot. She is fan of the Stars and Stripes and loves the American flag and everything that it represents. As we listen to Pam's speech today, which will be in the form of a poem, we will be transported to various times in our own life events in American history, and we will be reminded why we, as Americans, love our flag and everything it represents. The title of her speech is "The Flag Goes By." Welcome past International Director, distinguished Toastmaster, and founding member of this club, Pamela McCown.
The flag goes by. Hats off. Along the street, there comes a blare of bugles, a ruffle of drums, a flash of color beneath the sky. Hats off. The flag is passing by. Blue and crimson and white, it shines over the steel-tipped, ordered lines. Hats off. The colors before us fly, but more than the flag is passing by. Sea fights and land fights, grim and great, fought to make and to save the state. Equal justice, right and law, stately honor and reverend awe. Days of plenty and years of peace, march up a strong land's swift increase. Sign of a nation great and strong to ward her people from foreign wrong. Pride and glory and honor all stand in the colors to rise or fall. Hats off. Along the street there comes a blare of bugles, a ruffle of drums, and loyal hearts are beating high. Hats off. The flag is passing by. Did that get your heart rate up just a little bit? Just talking about the flag, just hearing those words. They were written by Henry Holcomb Bennett over 100 years ago. And yet the sentiment still is the same in the hearts of the American people. When I was rehearsing this poem in front of my mother, she was born in 1921. This author died in 1924. And she said she remembers reciting this poem in school. The flag is ageless, timeless. The feeling that Americans have for our flag is ageless and timeless. I can recall being a small child in school myself, where every day we started the day with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And when I was that small, I didn't really know what those words meant. But I certainly knew what that flag stood for, and that it was something important that we started our day with. That's the pride and the patriotism that was ingrained and built through years of seeing that flag. And as I grew up, it began to mean parades at holidays. It began to mean Memorial Day. Even in the Summer Olympics, you saw the pride in the flag when the athletes are on that podium with that gold medal around their neck and they see the flag rising and the national anthem is playing. You could see that pride. Not only in having won that gold medal, but having represented the country under this flag. And seeing that flag brings that all together, all the people, all the support from all around the United States. Ronald Reagan said, freedom, we must never forget that freedom is never really free. It is the most costly thing in the world. Installments come due in each generation. All that any of us can do is to ensure that the generations that follow have a chance for freedom. People every day are signing up to go and serve, to defend and protect this flag and what it represents. That came home to me in a very real and emotional way when I and my husband went to visit Arlington Cemetery. We stood at the tomb of the unknown. We watched the ceremony, and all we could see past that tomb were rows and rows and acres, as far as the eye can see, small white crosses buried in the ground. Each one of those representing a life that was sacrificed for this flag and the freedom that it represents. And those were just the ones we could see. There are acres and acres more that we didn't see. And there are national cemeteries all around this country, not just at Arlington Cemetery in Virginia. From the Tomb of the Unknown, we moved over to the Eternal Flame at the grave of JFK, John F. Kennedy. And his famous quote is inscribed there at that eternal flame. And that eternal flame just means that freedom isn't free. And we will always be fighting for that freedom under this flag for this country. And his quote there is, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Hats off. Along the street there comes a blare of bugles, a ruffle of drums, and loyal hearts are beating high. Hats off. The flag is